until they discovered the scar on Darshan's back. They realized they had hit a wall. His subordinates found his officer's ID, and soon he was released. Then Darshan began to investigate the girl's whereabouts. He first went to the kindergarten, but the principal said there was no such girl at the school. Darshan was puzzled and then asked the neighbors, but they said Xiaomei didn't have a daughter. Darshan felt something was wrong. Others might lie, but her husband definitely wouldn't, right? So he pretended to be a reporter and found Xiaomei's wealthy husband, Laxi, but he said they never had a child and that Xiaomei imagined the daughter due to memory confusion after a car accident. To verify this information, Darshan used his military status to access the kindergarten's entrance surveillance and found that only Xiaomei was there that day without a little girl. Darshan immediately flew into a rage, feeling that he had been played. He angrily confronted Xiaomei, questioning why she lied. No one around recognized her daughter, and she wasn't seen in the surveillance. Xiaomei explained that her daughter was in the backseat of the car at the time, so the surveillance didn't capture her. She also didn't understand why everyone she knew seemed to have agreed to say she didn't have a daughter, but by this time Darshan no longer believed her. Just as Darshan was leaving in anger, he saw a child's height chart on the wall, indicating that a child had indeed been measured there. He then realized that Xiaomei hadn't lied, but it was too late. The disheartened Xiaomei had already jumped from the building, and Darshan desperately lunged forward, only to catch a scarf. He rushed downstairs, but Xiaomei was already lying silent in a pool of blood. At this moment, Darshan was filled with regret and swore to find Xiaomei's daughter to give her a complete explanation. A few days later, a man in a hat found Darshan, saying his conscience couldn't bear it. He said he saw the little girl being kidnapped that day, and the person responsible was director Sang Biao of Bollywood. Darshan was very curious why the director would kidnap the little girl, but he couldn't care about that now. To find Xiaomei's daughter, even if the other party was the director, so what? After discovering Sang Biao's hideout, Darshan was surprised to find that Sang Biao had been hiding in the forest for years, engaged in the drug business. Darshan was really furious, so he rode his small motorcycle straight over. Faced with the police cars blocking him, he slammed on the gas and took off. With a loud crash, two police cars collided. Darshan took a faux and rushed down a 100-meter cliff. The little faux met his end on the spot, while Darshan slowed his descent using tree branches and landed safely, but also attracted the enemy's attention. He put on Xiaomei's scarf, as if fighting alongside her, and began to take down the enemies one by one. He flew out from the ground, kicked a car down with one blow, spun 300 times in the air, instantly kicked 3 people to death, then grabbed one for a powerful over-the-shoulder throw, extended his 2-meter-long leg with a crack, did a flip and crushed a head with a stomp, and finally calmly pulled out a grenade. With an explosion, that car spiraled into the sky. At this moment, there were 3 enemies on watch in the water when suddenly a head emerged from the water. After checking the surroundings, Darshan quietly submerged again. Just as the 3 were letting their guard down, Darshan suddenly leaped out of the water, jumping 10 meters high, and delivered a powerful punch to the one with the least hair, followed by a left punch, sending another one flying.